Welcome to Piano Hacking Part 2. It's an activity, a practice lesson, using a song that I recently composed. It's called Gatekeepers. Now, to play this song, you should have no problem. If you did the homework in Part 1 of Piano Hacking, then Part 1 of this song involves nothing but chords that you can locate on your own. Part 2 is also very accessible to you. Every chord in Part 2 of this song can be played using 4 alternating whites. Notice that I skip white keys, I play 4 of them, and that's it. For A minor 7, go to the A, play 4 alternating whites. D minor 7, same thing, start at the D. For F major 7, go to the F, play 4 alternating whites. You now know how to play all the chords in this song. You can practice on your keyboard, or you could even use a guitar or some other instrument. I hope you like it. One and two and three.
Some things are illegal.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Some things are illegal, but they're
what you just heard was the official, completed, recorded, final version of that song, Gatekeepers. But I've got something to tell you. If I were to perform that song, but I did not have a full band, I would play it differently. I would articulate it differently on the piano. I'll show you exactly what I mean in just a moment. Now, if you're watching this video still at this point, then you are clearly serious about learning how to play the keyboard. You either want to do original songs or you want to do covers. Now, if you want to do cover songs, you are aware, I'm sure, that you face a fork in the road. You can either go down the path of faithfully reproducing songs as closely to the originals as you can. All right, and you know what? This is what people do if they are in, for example, a wedding band or a party band. Your customers, they really want to recognize what they're hearing. On the other hand, the other fork in the road, the other direction you might take is to be very artistic about it and to create new interpretations of songs. And if that's the case for you, then I recommend that you do a Google search or search YouTube for the following 2 words: chord substitution. For me, those words are magic because they lead me to what I consider to be compositional gold. Let me show you an example of that. All right. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Row, row, row your boat. Now, using chord substitution, this is what I would come up with. Something like this. Row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Now, you know what? You're listening to that. Every one of these chords is a fantastic launching point for a soloist. If you're working with a guitarist, a flutist, a trombone player, whatever, you can just stop your singing, and those people have a great foundation on which to build a solo. Directions you can take. Now, before going forward, right now at this moment, I am going to share with you what I consider to be the 2 absolute easiest ways to bring chord substitution to your own cover tunes. All right, and here they are, just like that. Begin with what the original song calls for. In this case, we've got a D major. Now, the easiest way for you to make a new chord from a D major is to add a note. In this situation, the 7 is just begging to be used. If that's too pretty for you, another option is to flat the 5th. In this situation, the A is the 5th note of the scale, so flatting that gives us this. Gently down the stream. Now, I realize that it doesn't sound as smooth or consonant as the other chords did, but if you want to convey a sense of worry, a sense that things are not exactly the way they should be, flatting your 5 just might be a way for you to communicate that to your audience. When I hear that sound, I imagine somebody walking slowly down a darkened hall, singing that so that they're not scared. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. It's really kind of creepy. You know, that's one way you can look at it. Okay, so method number 1, really easy in my opinion. Begin with the original chord, add a note, or change one of the ones you've already got. There are alternatives to that. Here's strategy number 2. It begins just like the first strategy. Start with what the original song calls for. All right, let's work with this D major here. Now, the strategy calls for you to choose whether you're going to abandon the leftmost note or the rightmost note. Let's start by abandoning the leftmost note. So that leaves us with these. Your job now is to go hunt in this neighborhood right here for the note that gives you the sound that you're looking for. In my opinion, that would be your C sharp right there. And yes, you can sing row, row, row from here. Row, row, row your boat. Add the 7th if you like it. Let's do the same strategy the other way. Begin with D major. Abandon the rightmost note this time. It leaves us with these 2 notes. Go hunting in this neighborhood over here for the note that gives you another chord that'll work. In my opinion, it's the B natural. That leaves us with a B minor. And if you add, of course, this, that makes it a B minor 7. Row, row, row your boat. And then you can, of course, hand it off to a soloist if that's what you want to do. All right, so those are the 2 easy methods you can do chord substitution. If you like this subject, I could do an entire video on just this. Let me know in the comments if that is of importance to you. Now, the last issue or question, the song Gatekeepers. I love the freedoms in the West. They're wonderful, but they're not free in every way. There's a lot they cannot do. If I were playing that with only an instrument and I do not have a full band to fill it out, I might play it like this. I love the freedoms in the West. They're wonderful, but they're not free in every way. There's a lot they cannot do. All right, so you notice that my interest in this scenario is to fill in the gaps that I can't fill with a band. I'm the only one playing in that situation, so I've got the job of filling in the holes, so to speak. Something that I like to do when I'm articulating chords is I might embellish things using my fingers in the middle, which leaves me with something like this. Notice I'm spending a lot of time using these fingers right here. And I save the bass for important times when I really want to dramatically demonstrate something. Well, anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this piano hacking part 2. I'd like to know what was important to you and suggestions for the future. Thanks a lot. Bye now.